Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pete with MixBetterNow.com coming to you with a brand new Mix Critique Monday. It is December the 5th, 2016. I'd like to wish everybody who's in the States, I hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving. For everybody overseas, not in the U.S., I hope you had an awesome month. Nonetheless, we are in December, and for the first week here, I have three mixes. I have a mix from my buddy Brandon Smith. We have a mix from Hope, a.k.a. Kadech EO Beats, and we also have a mix from Jeff Davis. So we're going to jump right into it. First up is a track called Warrior by Kata and Kashmir, and this is mixed by Brandon Smith, okay? Here we go.
I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior. As I walk through a storm, and it's all.
Okay, one thing I just noticed is that the intro is really loud and the verse is really quiet. I don't know if that's the way it was recorded. I don't know if you did any like automation to the overall level there. It's a pretty big volume jump there. That could be a taste thing. I'm not saying anything right or wrong personally. I might try and bring those a little bit closer. You can still get the effect of the intro being really loud or the verse coming down. Without it being so dramatic. If you look at the waveform, you can definitely see how it's, there's a lot of dynamic change in this track, but let's keep going here.
And it's all falling down. I can count on one hand my friends who stuck around. But I'm kicking and I'm screaming, I'm picking up the pieces. I got to let you know. Through the ceiling, I'm chasing down the feeling. No, I won't let it go. You try to cut me down, you're pushing me around, but I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior. You try to cut me down, you're pushing me around, but I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior.
I'm really digging how you kind of have the bass and the kick really locked in. I think they sound nice and big and punchy and fat. Really well done. Loving the way the vocal sounds. I enjoy how on the delay you just kind of have like one repeat on the on the last word. A very very slight amount of repeats, but I think that's intentional. I've heard a bunch of your mixes, Brandon. I know you do a really good job, so I really like that.
Got my heart on the string, ain't a thing that I can do. So I start to believe I'm better off without you. But I'm kicking and I'm screaming, I'm picking up the pieces. I got to let you know. But I'm punching through the ceiling, I'm chasing down the feeling. No, I won't let it go. You try to cut me down, you're pushing me around, but I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior. You try to cut me down, you're pushing me around, but I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior. I just wanna watch you suffer. Tell me how it feels. I just wanna be alone that never ever heals. 'Cause I'm a warrior.
Love the dynamism of that chorus there. I think you're doing a really great job. I might bring the vocals up just a little bit because it kind of got buried for me. The bass might just be a little loud. I might pull that down just a pinch, but overall, I mean, it sounds fantastic. There's really nothing much that I can really pick apart with this. One thing that I've really enjoyed is kind of seeing your progress, Brandon, from your first mix that you submitted. I know, you and I talk, off of here, and I know you've been working hard and stuff like that. So it's really showing here. I think this is a great sounding mix. Let's finish it up here.
I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior.
This is kind of like my only real qualm with this tune. Like I said, I don't know if the artist, specifically tracked it in a way where everything is so quiet. You can call this a breakdown or a bridge right here, if you'd like. I know there's a verse right here. The intro was kind of loud coming down to the verse. the verse kind of builds here. You can just see it from the waveform. You could definitely tell where the choruses are. It's just a pretty big volume drop at these verses, okay? Especially on the first one, and and on this bridge here. I'm not saying it needs massive changes. Maybe just bring that whole area, up a dB or two. Like if you're in Pro Tools, you can use clip gain, or you can just ride. Like right now, I have the trim tool set up. You can automate that, or you can automate something like the trimmer in VMR. But that's a taste thing, to be honest. If you like the way that sounds, then right on, man. There's nothing wrong with it per se. I'm trying to find something here to give you some constructive criticism with, because the mix really sounds awesome. So let's check out this last chorus here.
I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. You try to cut me down. You turn me around. But I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior. You try to cut me down. You turn me around. But I'm a warrior, warrior, warrior. I just wanna watch you suffer. Tell me how it feels. I just wanna be a woman, never, ever heals. 'Cause I'm a warrior.
Yeah, man, that's so good. What a great mix. I really can't say anything negative about that. That sounds fantastic. I would print that, put it in the portfolio, and move on, man. What a great job. That's a really great example of a really good sounding mix. If I'm not mistaken, that's probably a track from Warren over at Produce Like a Pro. And I know he's got really great sounding tracks and stuff like that, which always helps. Like, I mean, just in general with mixing, it starts at the song, right? You don't want to record a poor song or a song that's subpar. So it starts with a great song. Then it starts with having great musicians play that song, right? Then it starts with capturing that performance of those great musicians. Then it's mic placement. And then once you have all those things and you have everything down to tape, I say tape, I mean, into your DAW or whatever, songs like that are recorded well will mix themselves. When you have to do a lot of fixing and tuning vocals, a lot of editing, stuff like that can really kind of hinder the creative process. And multi-tracks that sound amazing will generally, be a little bit, a lot easier to mix, than other things. So, nonetheless, great job, Brandon. Like I said, man, really nothing to pick apart there. Killer job. Keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to hearing the next mix. All right. Very cool. Moving along here, we are going to check out a song called Fire by a band from France called Last Train. This is a very cool tune. I kind of took a little peek at this one before. This is mixed by Hope, a.k.a. Kadech EO Beats. I hope I'm saying that right. But nonetheless, we're going to check this out here. I'm excited to play this for you guys. It's a little bit longer of a tune. So here is Fire, and we'll go from the beginning. I love it already. Being a guitar guy, this is great. Yeah.
We'll see the fire on the mountain.
This is great.
And we'll see the fire, holy fire.
I just want to stop and say for a minute, I love this track for the kind of music that I'm personally into, that I like to listen to, that I like to play. You know, this is definitely in that like bluesy roots rock. I don't want to say, I say this all the time, I hate comparing things to other bands, but you know, it's in that vein of Black Keys, Rival Sons, just totally awesome. It almost sounds like that intro part might have been recorded live, so you know, could have done the scratch tracks and then played and sung in the control room or something like that, or but it's just very cool. I love the two guitars, and it's got such a mood to it. Sometimes that trumps mixing. Like I know I talked about the last track where when you get amazing song and then it's recorded really well, I mean that will trump an amazing mix every time. No pun intended. No Trump jokes. An amazing song recorded mediocrely and mixed mediocrely will always win, in my opinion. Like, I would rather listen to amazing songs, you know, even if they're like bootlegs of something, or if they're poor live recordings of amazing songs. That's something that I know I'd rather listen to, and I know a lot of people would rather listen to. It could be the best mix in the world, the best recording, and then the best mix. But if the song doesn't touch you, if the song doesn't move you emotionally, I mean, that's the beauty of music, then it doesn't really matter what the recording or the mix sounds like. So I'm really digging this. I want to keep listening here. I'd maybe pull the vocal down just a pinch there. I think it was kind of dominating the rest of the band.
The top's coming down, and the flame keeps on shining.
Yeah.
And as we grow, all things are falling, and the shadows become silver light. And all smokes go up, all minds go down.
Listen to the way the drums were recorded and mixed. It's so natural, and it's so raw and dirty, and kind of punches you in the face in a great way. You know, I think mixing, the way we mix is almost genre dependent. Like, the way I would go about mixing a song like this would be completely different than, you know, the previous one. Take the track Warrior, which was more of like a pop punk power pop tune, you know. So the rules kind of change a little bit when you mix different genres, and things don't have to be clean and pretty with roots rock, bluesy rock kind of music like this. You know, you can approach things differently. You can push plugins harder. You know, you can set up tape saturation and drive the junk out of it. You know, you can almost clip, you know, dare I say clip your mix bus, or clip certain things, and it's like not a big deal because that could be part of the vibe. One of my favorite quotes from Chris Lord-Alge is he always says, you know, if you see red lights on in your DAW, it means that it's working. Nowadays with 32-bit float point, you know, we have so much headroom in our DAWs. You just want to be careful of clipping your converters. I'm digressing down a rabbit hole. I want to keep listening to this awesome tune, but listen to the drums, because I'm not hearing or noticing any overt use of samples. So it's just telling me that it was recorded really well and mixed really well.
And it keeps on burning.
Yeah. Such a killer breakdown. It sounds like it was played live. At least these parts were played live. Yeah. I know the vibe here is to make the guitars the main thing, really huge and up front. I'm just losing the drums a little bit. Maybe bring the drums up, or push them into a limiter and kind of get them clipping a little bit. That might be cool. Because I love the drum tone and I love the guitar tone, but right now the guitars are just really kind of wiping everything out. But it's not by much. It's like, it sounds really good. I would pull them up a little bit or pull the guitars down just a pinch.
When we left
Yeah.
these mountains behind us, we saw the mountains facing each other. And now all the mountains are cold, they're gone in the fire.
Listen to that snare effect. It sounds like a kind of like a slap delay on there. I'm just gonna pull it back a pinch.
Cold, they're gone in the fire. Oh, holy fire,
So good.
holy fire.
Yeah, this is definitely live. I can hear like the buzz from the pickups and some of the noise in the room. And I love that. Mike Bleed is your friend, especially with this type of music. Like I could hear the guitar on this side buzzing. Sounds like a Strat or a single coil pickup. Slowly building. See, now here is kind of like where I was talking about back with this chorus, where I kind of felt like the drums were getting a little bit drowned out. Here I can hear them a lot better. So, something is clearly changed here a little bit, but it is like right on the money. It's actually really hard to mix a song like this because it was probably recorded live, or the majority of it was tracked live with some overdubs. To get the guitar sounding huge, but to make the drums sound big and not tiny in relation to that, and the bass, and kind of keeping everything poignant and like in its place is kind of tough to do. It of course stems from being recorded well and captured well, but definite props, Hope, for this mix, because I think it's just everything is just sitting in such a good spot. Man, this song and the last tune, such good mixes. Wow. What an awesome tune, huh? So fun. Being a guitar nerd, I mean, how can you not love huge guitar rock like that? That was just a very well done performance by the band. Really big fan. I'm going to have to check out Last Train, French band. Very cool. Again, like I said, I thought that was well done for mixing a track that was clearly recorded in a live environment and a live setting. Live mixes can almost be one of the hardest things to get right or to make sound good. And I thought that was just really, really well done all around. In this area right here, I don't know if this was a chorus. Let me listen. Yeah, it's kind of like an upbeat turn in the tune. The drums get a little bit drowned out there. Personally, I just pull them up a little bit just because the drums sound so dang good. They're, like an amazing capture of, an indie rock drum kit. Sounds great. One thing I heard kind of on the end here was that the kick drum kind of got a little bit soft and pillowy. Yeah, right here. Listen to when so pretend my hand is the drummer's foot when he's going. Like I can almost feel the kick more than I could hear it. So maybe right there I would automate in a little bit different of an EQ. The kick seemed to be working the kick drum a little bit earlier on in the song. Right there I might be inclined to bring some more of the click or the attack of the beater head into there, just so you can kind of hear that smack and really hear what the drummer's doing there. It's so great. You don't want it to get lost in that part of the song. You know what I mean? So 2 frequencies I find are sweet spots for bringing out the click on a kick. Didn't mean to rhyme that. Around 4.5K, 4.5K, 4.6K. There's actually a notch on a Neve that I like using a lot. So like on a 1073 or a 31102, it's like 4.6K, I believe is one of the notches. I find that works great. 7.2K is another notch on the Neve I like a lot. And if you're using an SSL or something like that, I'll tend to sweep from like 3K to 4K to 5K. Somewhere in there will usually bring out a whole bunch of that smack and that attack. So yeah, really, really great mix. Love the tune, love the band. Just really good job. Hope. Really dug it. Really, again, another great mix I can't really pick apart, can't be super critical of. So let's keep cruising on here. You guys are killing it today. Next up, we have a song called Savior, and this is by a band called Habitual Blackout. Let me go here. Okay, so this is by Habitual Blackout. This is mixed by Jeff Davis. So we'll just roll from the beginning, of course. And let's check it out.
Hand it down, lost now found, given to all of you. The Savior with the crown. Well, wear the crown. I mean, it fits you. Why wouldn't you wear it? Just wear it. If it looks good, who cares? The Savior lets you down.
One thing I'm hearing right away is that the electric guitar sounds quite a bit honky and like a little bit boxy. I'd pull out some, search for something around like 500, 400, scoop that out. You really want it to hit. It does hit when it comes in for sure. The acoustic sounds cool. I like that. The guitars I think could definitely do with a little bit of removing some of those mids, low mids, something like that.
Now you feed into the ones who direct the way. The law fits a special few. Given to
So one thing I'm hearing is the vocalist doesn't, in the beginning, it works and it seems to be more on key. Right now I feel like the vocalist is kind of losing the pitch singing, so it seems to sound flat to me, like it's not in key with the rest of the song. I don't know if that's an intentional thing, Jeff. You can hit me with an email and let me know, if that's what you guys are going for, like an intentional type of thing like that. But it just sounds like it's flat to me, so let's keep listening.
direct the way. The law fits a special few. Given to the ones who denied you. You've lost your way. We're stuck with you anyway. The Savior with the crown. Crown's not there anymore. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's a crown, but it's not that important. The Savior lets you down.
Yeah, I would definitely. I don't know if this is your band or if this is a client that you've been mixing. If you guys have the ability to go back and re-record it, but if it's intentional and it's kind of like a musical thing that you're going for, then disregard what I'm saying. But obviously it can be fixed with some vocal tuning software. I like Melodyne. Some cheaper alternatives I know are like the Waves Tune. Nectar is really cool from Isotope because you also get the channel strip, which is great. So you get a bunch of plugins there. But yeah, I would definitely, you can tune it. It'd probably be a bit of work because a lot of it seems to be kind of going flat and sharp and kind of all over the place. Again, this is 100% constructive criticism. I want you all, everybody to achieve the best mixes that you possibly can, at this point in your mix path. So, it's just something to kind of focus on. And you also want to be able to identify it, wearing the producer hat. A lot of us who are in project studios or home studios, we have to wear many hats nowadays. It's not like there's big budgets and you go into a multi-million-dollar facility and you have a dedicated producer and you have a dedicated engineer. And, there's all these people who are essentially very... they have a high level of being able to recognize things. Like they're trained to do that, right? So it's important to kind of have an ear for those things. So if you hear something, especially when you're recording it or when you're tracking it, or if your client sends you a mix, you throw up the faders and all of a sudden you hear a vocals out or it's off tune, bang, right back to them. Start a line of dialogue, a line of communication, and just say, hey, what's up with the vocal? Did you mean for it to be like this? did you realize it's like, not really kind of in tune with the rest of the track? So, this is no slight on the mix at all. I'm just simply, again, I want you to, be able to produce the best mixes you can at this point on your mix path. So. The rest sounds really cool. I think the bass sounds really good. Digging the snare sound. I'd maybe pull that wah guitar down a little bit. It's just kind of taking the focus away from the entire band. I know you probably want that to really be dominating and up front in the mix, but it just sounds a little bit harsh. Maybe compress it a little bit harder, which will soften that, or something that you can also do on guitars, which is really cool. You can throw a de-esser on guitars, because all a de-esser is it's a compressor that compresses a certain frequency, in between two bands, or if you set it on wideband, it can do the entire frequency spectrum, or a multi-band compressor. If you find that area where it might sound a little bit mid-forward, or a little bit, a lot of presence around 2K, 3K, 4K, you can go in with your multi-band compressor and just compress that one area, pull it down a little bit. Sometimes that might be all it needs. You could put some tape saturation after it to kind of compress that a bit, right? Because when you kind of get some extreme tape saturation going, all that is compression. That's just a personal thing I would do there. If you like it, leave it.
About a crown. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's important, but who cares if you're wearing it or not? Maybe one day I'll wear the crown, but I don't know.
Just something else that I'm kind of wanting is, I love the vibe of going back and forth between the singing and kind of the talking while the tune's playing. I might bring the talking down just a little bit, so it's kind of like in the background where it's audible yet not as loud as the vocal, if that makes sense.
We'll see. Is it really that important to wear the crown? I don't know, but we will see. We will see.
It's a good laugh. It's probably one of the best mixed laughs I've ever heard. Amazing mixing on the laugh. No, really, it really did sound good. I could really hear where you compressed it, and it was nice because it had a floor and it wasn't really getting over the ceiling. Yeah, very cool. Musically digging it. The bass sounded really, really cool. I was liking the snare sound. Like a lot of those big guitars coming in. The main rhythm guitar, I would pull a little bit of like the low mids out of that, something around 500, 400, it just depends. You would have to find where it is. Boost and sweep. If you go on my YouTube channel, you will see a video I did using subtractive EQ on vocals. I definitely want to shoot some more stuff doing subtractive EQ on other instruments, but you can use the same principles that I apply in that tutorial to the vocals, but just switch it to guitar, and you would basically boost and sweep and listen and do all that stuff in the same manner. So yeah, that was a great job, Jeff. All I would do is my main concern with that track is the vocals. I would work on getting the vocals in key, in tune. Tonally, I thought the vocals sounded really good. I thought they were sitting in a good spot. I thought, they were clear and audible, and they were present and up front. But I would just just work on making sure that that they are in key. Unless I'm completely wrong, and that was the intent of that was to make them kind of all over the place and stuff. But but good job nonetheless on the musical side of that track. Definitely dug it. Savior by Habitual Blackout. All right, so those are the 3 tracks for this week. We got a couple more coming up next week. Again, big thanks to Brandon Smith, who submitted Warrior by Caden Cashmere. Great job, Brandon. Really, really loving seeing your progression. That was the first mix that we've had submitted by Hope, aka Kid H EO Beats. That was Fire by Last Train. Last Train is a band from France, and I really like that song a lot. Thought that was a very cool vibe. Really good job on the mix there as well. And great job, Jeff. Same thing. Savior by Habitual Blackout. Like I said, the vocals, figure out what's going on with that there. The good news is that's easily remedied. You can always re-record that. If you want to go and dig deep with some vocal tuning stuff, you can. So, again, big thanks to everybody. If anybody watching would like a free mix critique, shoot me an email, pete@mixbetternow.com. There will be some links in the show notes to everything. So you can hit me up there or via the website, mixbetternow.com. Either way, just send me an email with a downloadable MP3 or WAV file. Give me your name, the name of the song, and the name of the artist if it's different from yourself. And it's as easy as that. All right, so that's it for me. This has been another Mix Critique Monday. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys submitting. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you next time.